Well, welcome back, my friends, to another rousing rendition of Choir Boys Outdoors, a Fiddleback Forge Bush Hermit rendition, if you will. Now, obviously, we're going to shoot this one a little different. We're going to do it in real time. Hopefully, it won't take us half an hour to get it done, but if it does, it does. This is another knife sent to me to review by JR. It's from Fiddleback Forge. The handles, I believe, is curly walnut. Now, I'm going to look everything up in a minute, but I absolutely love what Fiddleback Forge is doing. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to read off. I'm going to get you a good look at that. I'm going to read off some specifics, some statistics, and then we're going to go outside and cut some stuff. And then I think tonight we're going to make a fire. I think it's a good night to do that. This is the Bush Hermit. The handle liners or handle scales are curly walnut. It's got natural liners with white pinstripes, beautifully done. A 4-inch blade. It's 8 3/4 inches overall. The steel thickness is 9/64 nitro V. Now here's the deal. This thing weighs 6.2 ounces. The handle length is 4 5/8, and then the inner grip, and this one's important. I want to explain to you the inner grip and why it's important. I feel it's really the most important to me. The inner grip, it would be from about here, as high as your finger's going to go, right, to here. Now, you can count this area here, and I'll show you why. If you got monster hands, you can wrap it, something like that. But it's 4 1/4 inches, so 4 and about 1/8 to 1/4 from here to here, depending on how you measure. You see there how we can adjust. Very, very smooth on the transitions. Feels great in hand. Let's see here. Sharp as shit. Hell of an edge to start off with. And guys, really, truly, honestly, the only reason I open with cutting paper is just to show you where we're at. Let's go out to the stump. Let's do some cutting. I'll see y'all out there. The Bush Hermit from Fiddleback Forge. Do a few 4-foot drops. Dead nuts. Guys, listen. Attaboy, Scab. That's always good for a tip, huh? Here's the deal, guys. What we're going to do is show you, this is the Donnie B all day drop test. Throw it at the stump test. Really, it's kind of to check the balance, see how the handle scales hold on the tip, that kind of thing. What I want to do is we're going to run through some of our basic demos. Just cut some stuff up real quick, do a little batoning, a little slicing. See the balance point there? Really, really good balance point. We're going to do that, and then we're going to do a fat wood fire in honor of Jerbs, good friend to the channel. Jerbs has an awesome channel, but more than that, he has an awesome heart. So at the end, we are going to do a fat wood fire for reasons. The thing is, one of the things that makes me think of Jerbs is when we start talking about that curly walnut handle, that dude loves a wood handle scale. So that's what we're going to do. So let's just kind of jump into it. Let me apologize up front too, guys. If you hear me kind of breathing heavy, I've kind of screwed around and missed my meds a couple days. A little bit of fluid gets built up and it's hard on old Scabber. You know how you do. There's some tire tread. Now here's the thing. Are you going to need to stab? I would hope not. But if you do, it's a good idea to know you can. The thing we're checking here, guys, is really, truly, honestly, not if it can stab. When we look at that blade shape, we know that it can. What I'm checking here is to see if the handle's loose, if there's any hot spots, if there's any jarring, if there's anything like that. Really, truly, this open, I like to call this an open handle construction. And guys, it's one of my favorite because I can grip it. I know what I'm going to do with a knife. Here's what I do 90% of the time when I'm camping. Watch. This is one of the most relaxing things in the world to me, but it also lets me know if the knife's sharp. I get a good feel for that handle, and I just enjoy it. So we got a slicer. You'll see me a lot during the videos doing things like this, transitions. What I was telling you the other day, and I think Fiddleback gets their handles right. Let me do it this way. What I do when I first get a knife is I'll take it like this, okay? Stabbing position, turn it, stabbing position, turn it, stabbing, and I work my way around with it, both hands. just to kind of see the orientation of the blade, but to also see if there's anything that I think would bother me. I love the way they do the pommel there. Give you a decent look at it. I know it's a little dark and I apologize. So that'll let you drop, but it's comfortable. Everything about this knife screams comfort. Let's do a couple cutting tests. Here's some sandblast toes. Anybody that's ever done any sandblasting will tell you this shit is tough. Now the knife's just gliding through it. And see, something like this, guys, you could really push over or translate over to cooking, slicing, dicing, processing game, etc. Just a tough, tough blade. This is steel reinforced sandblast hose. Made quick work of it. 2-inch ratchet strap there. Again, quick work. Now, you could use this. I don't know that there's a hide in America tougher than that. Might be, I could be wrong. But if you can cut this, you can cut hide, you can cape, or you can cut somebody out of a seatbelt, if need be. And I like doing this little push thing here. Give you a good look. Really, really sharp tip there. No problem. Let's do another one. We'll do a different handle position. Really, really nice. Let's do this. Guys, there was a time in this country where 22 vets a day took their own lives. Now, stats are everywhere. Coming off a weekend, the number's higher. It just is. That's why here on this channel, we focus on the number 0. Anything over 0 is simply unacceptable. Vets, all that means, man, is we love you. You have a place here. I back the blue over here. It's something that I do personally. My son's a cop, just graduated and started work a couple weeks ago, but that's not the only reason. I have my reasons, and the thing is this, I respect everybody, so I'm not going to argue with you. I've been told, well, Scab, back the blue till it happens to you. Guys, it's happened to me way more than it'll happen to you. Like I said, I have my reasons for doing so. And I'm just not going to argue about it. I respect, if you don't want to do it, I respect that. Finally, if you are an addict, never quit quitting. That's important. So what I'm seeing here, guys, is the knife is very, very easy to work with, easy to manipulate. It's well built. Now, I'm not feeling any jarring in my hands. That's going through a knot. I'm the world's worst batoner. I drop every piece I baton. Now, what I'm doing here, guys, basically is just making tinder and kindling. This stuff wouldn't last long in a fire, but it'll get me a fire going. And this weekend, Lord willing, I'm going to camp over at the studio and get a fire going. Take this piece here. What I like doing here is just sliding it down and making some nice curly cues there. It goes back to the slicing aspect. Stabbed myself right in the finger with a splinter. Enjoyed the shit out of that. Yeah, I love this knife. I'm going to tell you that right now. It's just fun. It's easy to work with. Really wished I wouldn't have got a splinter. It's easy to work with. There's no hot spots, no jarring. Like it. Give you a good look there. Show y'all a little bit of what I'm working with. Now, I've already shaved a good bit up. I'm just going to shave this up. This is one thing that I absolutely love doing. And guys, again, shout out to BC Jerbs and Miss Kimmers. Jerbs is just a solid guy, man. I haven't done a fat wood fire in a while, and I want to dedicate this one to him. Man, I love you. God bless you. Y'all go check out BC Jerbs. This thing is just making this, I mean, it's just crazy, dude. I hate wasting, so I'm just going to show y'all a couple. See those? Look at that. All right, y'all seen enough. All right, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to build my pile a little bit bigger, guys. I'm going to bring you about, and we're going to bring you back, and we're going to fire this thing up. Fiddleback Forge, Bush Hermit, Hell of a knife, dude. Love it. All right, guys, I'm gonna show you a little trick. This is the last, well, I've got 2 or 3 pieces of this left. This is very special, and I don't break it out often, but with it Jerbs, I feel like I should. This is Canadian fat wood, bacon, Canadian bacon, is what the gentleman who sent it to me used to call it. This is actually from Matt Pearson, Blazes and Blades, and Matt, God rest your soul. I believe his beautiful wife and children are trying to upload here and there and just keep that account active. But I thought, if I'm going to do a shout out to Jerbs, I need to do it right, and I need to use some of this stuff from Matt. I think it's only fitting. What I'm doing is a trick taught to me by Blackie Thomas. It's not even really a trick, it's just kind of a special thing that we're going to do. We're going to take 2 slivers of this, shave a little of this off here, and I'm going to take and split this down. Now, this is also a testament to this knife, how sharp it is, splitting that stuff. Let me get one more good one. And what we're going to do, now I've pulled fat wood from all over the community. So I'm going to stick a little matchstick up there, so to speak. That's for Jerbs. And another one for Miss Kimmers. Now, I've got fat wood in here from all over the community. Jerbs, I love you, brother. You know I do. Here we go. Hope this works. Only took 52 tries. Guys, the Bush Hermit from Fiddleback Forge. Jerbs, I love you, brother. I know you're going through it, buddy. I am sorry. Let's watch this for a few, guys. Love y'all.